What's happening, guys? So Nate back here, and in today's video we are talking about how to revive Facebook ad campaigns. So stay tuned. I'm gonna give you some dirty little tricks. Alright guys, so you're wondering, hey, I got this winner. I made, 50, 100 sales, maybe you made 1,000 sales, right? But it's died out. What do you do? Well, there's a couple of different tricks and tips that I'm gonna give you in this video, how you can revive Facebook ad campaign. Now, there's a couple reasons why Facebook campaigns, just die out. And it doesn't mean that you sold the market. Most of the time, you never even touch the surface of the market. I remember when I first was getting really into Facebook ads and I had my first big winner, and I sold a couple thousand units. And then I said, this product's not selling anymore, it's died out. I must have oversold it, I can't sell anymore. And just from having the years of experience and knowing how Facebook ads actually behave and how there's like trends of good periods with Facebook ads, bad periods, low CPMs, high CPMs, many factors, times of the year or whatever, like cheap cost per click, high cost per click, whatever, right? It's not that the audience has bought your design and they're tired of it, right? You didn't oversell, trust me. It's just like a million other factors. And one of the big factors that people, it's a myth, but it's not a myth, it's actually like a huge thing, is the algorithm. The algorithm will go through a period of adjustment, right? And that period of adjustment will unoptimize your campaigns. Now, whether this happens intentionally by Facebook, they're working on the platform and then that's one of the after effects, or does Facebook have lifespans on campaigns and they just, they make campaigns slowly get worse so they're making more money, and then you're required to, I don't know. Like, honestly, I really don't know the exact reason, because you will never find out. It's even the people that work at Facebook, if you ever have a Facebook manager, like I had like 3 Facebook managers now, and they don't know anything, okay? So if you're trying to get a Facebook manager, and because you think that they're gonna be the answer to your Facebook woes and they're gonna help you, they ain't gonna help you. They're gonna use tips and tricks to make you spend more money on Facebook, and they're gonna give you bad advice. So let me tell you, you don't want a manager. And even if you did have one, you'd only want them there for emergencies in case you were locked out of your ad account, which is the only time I've ever talked to my Facebook manager was, hey, I got locked out. My account's banned for suspicious activity. Let me back in. And then I was able to get back in, right? Back to my topic. How do you make your campaigns? How do you make them last longer, right? Well, let's start at the beginning. What's the easiest way to make a campaign last longer? It's to go find more interest to target. That's number one, right? If you're targeting a couple sets of interest, you gotta go get more interest. You gotta go get more ad sets set up. You gotta go test more. If you've already done that, the next option is lookalike audiences. So now you can extend your campaign life with lookalike audience. Now, I made a video about how lookalike audiences are more expensive, and that's true, but they still work for the most part, but you gotta test because they don't work every time. You can extend with lookalike audiences, and there's many different types of lookalike audiences, like 1% of ATC, 1% to purchase, 1 to 2%, 2 to 3, blah, 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 blah. You can do percentage of video, you can do percentage of people that have engaged with your page. There's a ton of combinations. You can upload emails from buyers into and it's funny, like you can have your pixel, right, of people that have purchased, and you can create a lookalike audience of people that have purchased using the pixel, and then you can have that same set of people that have purchased, but the actual emails from your Shopify store, and you take those and you upload those as a custom audience, and then you generate a lookalike audience on the emails versus the pixel fires of those people, and you get different lookalike audiences. So you gotta test a little bit of everything. It's kind of funny how that works. I'm not sure why that works like that, but you get the lookalike audiences that are generated from those two events are not the same. So definitely make a bunch of lookalike audiences, test them. I recommend 1% to start, or 0 to 1% to start. They can work, right? So extend your campaigns with lookalike audiences. The next way that I extend my campaigns is if I'm running picture ads, right? If I'm running the 1200 by 1200 photo posts, what I will do is I will make video ads. Now this could be with me holding the product in my hand, or I could have just a bunch of slides in a video format with pictures and video format with like fancy transitions. Well, yeah, I guess that's really the only 2 video types, right? But yeah, you can do video. And if you've done video already, you can go back to photo, but try like the 1200 by 1650. Use new image, new ad creative. All of these things are going to help you extend your campaign. It's just gonna last longer. Now, another way to extend your campaign is called time. It's just waiting it out. So one of the things with Facebook is that they are refreshing their audiences all the time. So every quarter, at the end of the quarter, you will notice that, you know, ads get more expensive. And one of the factors is because they're refreshing their audiences during these end of the quarters. When they're refreshing their audiences, that means beginning the next quarter, you can relaunch that campaign and you're gonna reach new people in the audience, because there's new people that become horse lovers, and the people that were horse lovers are, you know, not categorized as horse lovers anymore because maybe they stopped looking at horse pages for 6 months or something, or 4 months, whatever, right? Facebook's always shuffling around the audiences and categorizing people in different niches and different categories of topics and interest and whatever. So always relaunch campaigns every, you know, quarter, and they're gonna last a lot longer for you, because they could potentially take off again and act like a brand new campaign, because I've had that happen before. Yeah, another way that you can extend your campaigns, but I don't technically recommend this way, but it was definitely a way to do it. So let's say you start your products like at $29.99, right? And you sell for 3 months, $29.99, but it's now starting to die out. Lower the price a little bit. Lower that to $24.99. Yeah, your margin gets cut a little bit, but now people that are not willing to pay at $29 are now willing to pay at $24. There's a huge amount of people that just would not pull the trigger at $29, but they will pull that trigger and pull out their credit card, and they will buy at $24. You think, why does $5 make a big difference? I don't know why it makes a big difference, but it makes a big difference. I've done a lot of split testing on prices, and I noticed huge conversion rate differences between $14.99 and $15.99. Like a $1 difference is a massive, you know, conversion rate difference. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. It's $1. But it's about the psychological difference. Like $14.99 seems cheap, $15.99 seems closer to $20. People that are willing to pay $14.99 are not willing to pay $20, even though it's only $1 more. $15.99 looks more like a $20 cost, and $14.99 looks like, you know, more like a $10 cost. And so that same thing applies with the $24.99 or $25.99 product, and vice versa. But like, and so if you want to extend your campaign a little bit, lower the price down a little bit, and then you're going to reach a whole nother. But this is like a downward spiral. You don't want to do this too much. It's just like after you tried all these other tactics, then that's the last one that you can use in order to sell that last, you know, the last bit of that audience that hasn't. Because if you lower the price, you can't go back. I'll just let you know, if you lower your price to $24, it's gonna be extremely hard to make $29 work again. So if you lower to $24, $29 is gonna be harder. And if you're selling print-on-demand items, right, and you're trying to build that brand, I like to keep the prices very stable and consistent, and not fluctuate on the pricing that much. So be careful with the pricing fluctuations, right? Don't use it sparingly, very sparingly. Here I got my little notes here. Another good way to extend lives to campaigns is to bundle products. So now let's say you had your wallet case right here, and you had the husky dog design, right? And so one way you can extend that campaign to get more people to buy a husky wallet case is to bundle that husky wallet case with another product. Maybe it's a husky t-shirt, maybe it's a husky mug, maybe whatever. It's 2 products, you put them together in the same ad and call it a bundle deal, and it's like a good price for the 2 products, right? So people that were not willing to buy just the wallet case now will buy it because it's a bundle and it seems like a deal, okay? So that works. People like deals, trust me, people love deals. So when you bundle 2 products together and make a deal, they will buy. Use that as well as it's a good option. Another way that I like to extend the life is I like to, let's for example, if I have a camo design, right? If we PPE tested the 5 designs in the camo niche, and the one of them was starting to sell, and that one starts to slow down, what I'll do is I will actually set up the other 5 designs that failed, and I'll create a collection of a camo collection. I'll send people to the camo collection, and then now maybe they're not buying that camo, but they're buying one of the other camos that didn't pass the test. And now that one not necessarily guaranteed to work, but it does work sometimes, and it's definitely something that I have tested, and it can work, but it's not the best strat. And then another really good one here. This is the one that I actually never really used this one, but it can be very powerful because of people's preferences for colors. So let's say you have a design, right? Let's say you're targeting the Christian niche and you have a Christian design and you have the Jesus cross in the color, I don't know, purple or something, purple, whatever. It's got all these cool, fancy, whatever, and it looks really nice. It's got a nice scripture, whatever, on the design, and people are buying it, they like it. And if that's purplish color, what you can do is you can use that exact same design without changing the design. You just change the color of the design. So maybe it's not purplish anymore, maybe it's orange or red, maybe it's yellow, maybe it's pink, maybe it's black, I don't know. Like, you can test the color of the design itself, not the like the product color. Like if it was a t-shirt, you can obviously test different color t-shirts, right? As front-end lead products, like a white t-shirt, black t-shirt, navy gray, red, whatever. But I'm talking about like the actual design. If it's on a wallet case or whatever, or any product, you could change the color of the design. And now they might have saw that Jesus design or that Christian design with the purple color, and they weren't interested in purple, but they liked the design. And then now you launch an ad with an orange color design, and they love it, and then they buy into it, and then they end up buying it. So this is a really, really good way to not need new designs, just change the color itself, and it starts selling again. And that's a really, really cool technique that I wish I would have utilized a lot more. And I had just started a little bit towards the end of my big e-com store. I mean, I still have my e-com stores now, but like they're not selling nearly as well as what they were, and that's only because my focus is on the app right now. And all my staff that were on the store, right, they're all now helping me on the app. So it's like I have to make a whole nother team, which maybe eventually I set up a team and we grow the e-com stores again, which is funny because they're selling extremely well with no management and for nobody. We're not even setting up new designs, for no interaction with the stores at all. They sell actually pretty damn well still. Yeah, like whatever, that's my personal stuff. I'm just telling you how you can keep your designs alive long, and these are a couple of my recommended techniques and trips and whatever. So if you like this kind of video, right, if you want more of this, hit subscribe, hit that notification bell, hit the like button, leave a comment, and I'm gonna see you guys on the next video.